the topic of today's video is literally something I'm experiencing right now. But we about to go ahead and get into it because I just think that this is like perfect timing. This is perfect timing. Hey y'all. So today I want to talk about my fear of being seen. So for so many years, I struggled with being seen. And I don't know, I can't really say where the root cause of that came from, but I can say I remember, like I told y'all before, when I was younger, certain words that were said to me, like um, my middle school health teacher telling me that because I had hips and curves, I was already sexually active and I wasn't. And so that made me build this story in my head that, okay, I got to cover myself up, right? That was one thing that happened. Another thing that was said to me was that I was gonna be big like one of my aunties. And so I developed this story in my head that I didn't want to gain a significant amount of weight. And so I've always been like health conscious, I always tried to watch my shape, I always tried to make sure I didn't get extremely out of hand with my weight because of that. And so those could be the things. And then another thing too, I was just always like really shy, really bashful. I'm the only child, so I didn't grow up around a lot of other kids in the house with me, even though I did have siblings. But being the only child just had me in my shell. And so it was hard for me to just express myself and socialize a lot because I was always alone. It was just me and my mama. Um, but what I want to say is this though, because I still, even though I'm 35, I still experience that. No matter how much work I do, I come on here and try to tell y'all how, you know, do your affirmations, change your self-talk, change the way you're talking to yourself. But even though I've done that work and I do believe that it has helped me tremendously, I still struggle with the fear of being seen, the fear of thinking what other people think about me, the fear of just crazy stuff that I make up in my head. But whatever. And the only way to really truly get, I'm not even gonna say to overcome it. The only way to get through it is to just show up anyway. To when I talk about that self-talk, I'm literally saying like you have to tell yourself like who gives a fuck? Real talk, like when I notice myself constantly, when my thoughts are literally worried about what people gonna say, what they think, how they gonna view this, what they gonna say about that, I have to say, B, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? And then I just have to do it anyway. And so that part of switching up your self-talk can literally be something that you tell yourself that help you go ahead and push through anyway. Right. And so another thing I wanted to talk about was literally I come out in nature a lot. So I said, you know what, I want to start doing more of my videos out here in a space that help me heal. It helps me so much when I'm here. I get so many amazing thoughts. I talk to God. I'm getting vitamin D for free. I'm literally getting sunlight. But what I want to mention is that before I even hit record on this video, I was walking around, and usually where I sit, the sun hits perfectly, but I could that view that the sun wasn't hitting like that over there, right? So I came over here by the tennis courts, right, where it is a much more open area. A lot of people gonna be walking by. They walk by up here like it's a trail around here. And I found myself saying, well, I don't want to be in an open space because what if people walk by and they say I'm looking weird because I'm talking to myself on this camera? And all of these thoughts, y'all, literally started coming in my head while I was considering sitting here to set up and record my video. And this is like me telling y'all I still experience these thoughts. I still have these feelings. I still think about what people think about me. But I'm telling you this now. I set this tripod up. I set my phone up. Got myself set up in a good spot good lighting, good sunlight. And I said, who gives a fuck? And I'm literally telling you, you have to figure out what it is that you can say to yourself to help you go ahead and do it anyway. To my girls, to my ladies that struggle with the fear of being seen. You don't show up, you shrink, you play small because you're worried about what everybody else got to say. You gotta find your thing, your verbiage, your whatever to help you push through anyway. Cause I promise you, I was gonna title this video how I overcame my fear of being seen. I can't even truly say that I've overcome it. I just literally just push through it. I do it anyway. Right? I get on TikTok. I do my content here. Um, and when I'm on TikTok, right? Let me see. It was a story I wanted to talk about. When I'm on TikTok, right? I get on TikTok live and I go live, right? And it's literally my lives. I've been going live probably for almost a year. I don't think it's quite hit a year yet as far as me going live on TikTok. But what I want to say is this. I do it consistently. I don't go live every day. I just hop on randomly, but I do go live. And my lives, my views might be like 5, 2, 3, really low views, right? And the people that do come in consistently and they speak to me, they say, "Hey, B," we talk, we laugh, we have a good time. Like we really vibe on there. And people come in and say, you make me laugh. Like I enjoy the vibe. And I be like, that's what it's all about. That's why I'm here. I really want people to just be happy, to just enjoy the moment and enjoy life. But my lives back to my bad. my views are low, but I still get nervous. I still think about what people thinking when they sitting there and they watching, especially when they come in and they just sitting there and they're not even saying anything, right? But I don't care. I just show up anyway because it's not about the views. It's not about what they think. It's about the message. It's about the purpose. It's about the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's about the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so I tell myself, it don't matter. It don't matter if the view's low. The 1 and 2 people that come in and they get what they need for that day, that means something. That means something. And one of the ladies that come in my lives, she was up on the panel and we was talking and she was like, I asked her, has she went live lately or has she been going live anymore? She was like, nah, because I feel like I'm boring and people not going to watch me. And I'm like, you already in your head. You're already in your head about what people think. And I know that feeling all too well. But that's not gonna help you. She does I'm not gonna say her name on here because I don't wanna call her out or nothing, but she does things, right? She does great things. And how can the people get what it is that she got to give if she worry about the views, if she worry about what they think about her, if she hold herself back because of what they think, how in the world can they find her? Can they shop with her? How? And it's some of y'all that's listening that's the same way. You probably have a skill, you probably have a business, you probably have a talent, something amazing inside of you, but you are so worried about what people say and you let your own thoughts trick you out of your greatness. And I know that feeling all too well. I'm telling y'all this, like, I know it. I know it wholeheartedly. I experience it. I did. I experience it right now to this day. And the only reason that I'm able to continue to show up on this YouTube, on this platform, do my podcast, on TikTok, on all these social media platforms is literally because of my self-talk. It's not because the thoughts don't come. It's not because it's not like I done got to a point where it just don't happen. No. It happens consistently. It doesn't stop. But it's about how I respond, how I react to it. It's moments where I don't want to show up, where I am in my head, where I feel like, or no lie, where I let the numbers get to me, but then I have to remind myself of the reason why I'm doing this. I have to focus on the good. If you focus on the bad, if you focus on the negativity, if you focus on the lack, that's what you're gonna attract. So let this be your message to not get so much in your head and not give a fuck. Respectfully. Respectfully. It be our own thoughts for real. And I'm telling you right now, they will come. They will come. But you gotta think the opposite. You gotta say, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna let this hold me back. I'm not gonna let this stop me. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. If you have a message, if you have a platform, if you have people following you or subscribe to you or whatever, it may not even be social media. It could be at your job. Believe in yourself. Nobody's gonna believe in you like you. You gotta believe in yourself and you have to walk like you already living in it. You gotta believe it. You gotta show up confidently, courageously. In the days you don't feel like it, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, we're gonna have good days, we're gonna have bad days, y'all. I'm not telling you every day gonna be perfect because it's not. It's gonna be days where you just don't feel like showing up, and you gotta you have to give yourself grace on those days. Life is not perfect. It's about progress, not perfection. So anyway, y'all, that's all I have. If you are listening to the podcast, thank you. If you are watching on YouTube, thank you very much. Make sure y'all check the description box down below where I have additional resources for you. And you already know what I'm about to say. If you haven't looked in the mirror and told yourself anything nice today, go look in the mirror and tell yourself something nice because you deserve it. I love you, but God love you more. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.